What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have something I want to test out and try. Not so much because I'm in a rush or a decision to change my EDC, but just trying to see if it's something that I could potentially have an idea about. So I'll just say that, like, I already know what my EDC is, but I think that I want to just test the fact to see if this particular gun can be something that I would EDC at any given point if it came down to it, or if someone wants to know, hey, this is something I want to EDC. So that's what we're looking at today. And if you already read the title, and you can tell by the title, we're talking about the Taurus G3C. I got this gun some time back. I think I got it because I wanted to see if it was going to be an EDC option. I found out it wasn't going to be an EDC option for me, but I really do like the Taurus lineup. Taurus has really good budget-friendly guns, and they really do shoot well, even though they're budget-friendly. You know, you got everybody who says what they say about budget guns. You get what you pay for, and then to some degree that is very true. But when it comes to this Taurus G3C, we are empty. Nothing in the chamber, no mag or pointed down range. But when it comes to these, the Taurus lineup, they're probably one of my favorite budget options, if not one of my favorites. Take the budget part out of it. So this is the G3C. As I said, this is chambered in 9mm. I don't have a mag in it just yet, just for safety reasons. And this is a very small compact. I'll compare it to my 43X. I had to go get it, but very, very small compact gun. As you can see, once I put my mag in, that little pinky hang that I have there, it'll be fine. But this is small. It's a very compact gun, as you can see, compared to my hand. Small. So for the ladies out there who are looking for something, this could be an option for you. But can this be EDC? And I honestly think it's according to your preference. It's according to what you like. So this does have a safety. Turn it around here. We have a safety right here. Safety can be, your preference as well. Do you want a safety on your gun, or do you not? Me personally, I don't want a safety on my gun. That's one extra feature that I've got to learn and train with if I'm going to carry this as my EDC, and I don't want to have to worry about my safety. So that's one thing that I wouldn't do. It does have a pick rail on here where you can put a light or a laser. The texturing on this thing, I like it because it's kind of like patchy, meaning it's not covering the whole grip, but it is covering enough where you're going to get a good grip, and it's not going to slip from your hand. You can feel the grip texturing in your hand as you're holding it, and I think they've done a decent job here, making sure that we have a good grip and it's not real slippery or anything. You do have this mag release. I do think this mag release is pretty small for my liking, at least, but it is there. And then you have this double action, single action trigger, and it feels pretty spongy. It reminds me of the SIG lineups, and I do not like that spongy feel. However, with this gun, it don't really bother me that much, if I be honest. Like, just dry firing, it's kind of cringy to hear and feel, but shooting it, I don't really mind it that much. And it does have this kind of like, I wouldn't say a chrome barrel, maybe just a silver barrel. I don't think it's chrome. And then the other thing is the iron sights on here. It does not come optic cut, so you can't put an optic on there unless you go and get this milled. But it does come with the white, I don't know if you can see that. It's a white out front sight. And then you have your blacked out rear sights in the back. Not too bad. I mean, I don't know. I've seen better, but we're also talking about tourists and we're talking about a budget option. So let's get some shots going. Let's see if I can EDC this thing. I do have a holster for it. Very basic holster that I use. This is when I thought I was going to carry it, so I didn't really get a really good holster for it. So I'm still using my basic holster, and we're going to see if the holster works as well. All right, so let's load up and let's get some shots downrange. All right, so this does come with 3 there's shooters out here too, but this does come with 3 12-round mags, which I think that was great for tourists to do, to give you that many mags in the box. So I've got all 3 of my mags loaded up, putting on my ear plug, and I am standing at about 10 yards. Just want to fire about 6 shots, get a little cold start going, and then just see what we won't do today. All right, so we're loading up. First mag, 12 rounds, first 6 shots. That, it felt great to me. I will say, I released a mag. All right, I will say that just those first 6 shots, my undercut here, where my middle finger is, was feeling kind of like, it felt like this was brushing up against it, and it was kind of uncomfortable. So I don't know if you got a better finger undercut is what they call it. I think it would fit better. But those first 6 shots felt great to me. So let's do another 6. At 10 yards. All right. That was good first 12 shots. I will say that second to the last one that I missed was due to, I think I flinched and it went off. I could see it on the target. It went off, it grazed the right side of the steel. So very, very smooth shoot. Like, just holding it. I actually think this is really built for my hand specifically. You know how they say when you hold a gun for the first time, if it fits like a glove, it really is the gun for you. This is that gun. It fits like a glove. I don't have the biggest of hands, and I don't have the smallest either, but it's like this particular firearm fits just the way it needs to fit in my hand. And so I do find this to be one of the greatest shoots in my collection. However, can I EDC this thing? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw from the holster and aim at these steel targets that I have. So I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steel targets, and I'm just gonna aim at like a couple of them from the holster. All right, so here is the second round, or second mag of 12 round. Okay, I've got one in chamber. Okay, and I'm just gonna go when I'm ready. All right, so I point shot that time. I didn't even look down my iron sights. So this time I'm gonna take my time at 10 yards. Let's see. Here we go. of work. But that's what we at the range for. I mean, just shooting it like that, just drawing it and then pressing the trigger, so nice, so nice. I do think I'm off to the right. I can see where it's hitting it, and I've got a lot to the right of the target, so I do need to straighten that part up. That one's right in the middle. Woo. Pull that. Great. That was 12 rounds of greatness. So, again, it feels good drawing from the holster like I do with my 43X. Again, I'm at 10 yards, aiming, shooting. I do have one other disadvantage that I have with this gun that I don't with my 43X, which is I don't have an iron sight or red dot. I have to look down my iron sights to get on target and then pull the trigger. So that's one of the downfalls about this gun, is that it doesn't come optic ready. But again, like I mentioned earlier, you can go get this milled if you want to. I chose not to because I had already gotten the 43X and then I got that slide milled. So I went with that option. But again, great shoot, great shoot. All right, so this time I'm gonna go from this target and I'm gonna run, walk maybe to this target, put it on. And let's see how we go. I'm also gonna draw from the holster doing that. I've got one more mag loaded. Here we go. That target, that second target is smaller than the first one, and so obviously it takes some adjustment to go from this one to this one. So we're gonna run that back again. I'm toasty, I'm sweating, but we come out here and we train in all different conditions and weather, so no excuses. Alrighty, so here we go again. I don't know if y'all saw that. That's why you got to get your shirt up. You got to clear it. Not too bad. It's just work. You know, you just gotta work. So this time I'm going to load back up. All my mags are empty. I'm gonna load back up and we're gonna head over to my paper target. And we're just gonna shoot from the holster at 7 yards, which is between they say 3 to 5, but sometimes 7 yards is when your threat happens. So we're gonna go over to the paper targets and see if we can put some rounds in the boxes, put it on target, and then we'll bring out the timer. And I think I'll come back over to the steel and bring out the timer too. So let's load up, and then I'll be over at the paper targets. All right, I got my mag ready, loading up. We are at 7 yards. We're going on the paper target. I'm gonna start, just start right here at high ready and shoot, and then we'll go to holster. So that was 6 shots. At 7 yards. This was my first one. Don't talk about my targets. I brought what I could. It's leaning and everything, but it'll be all right. But these are the 6 shots that I have at 7 yards. Again, that was my first one. And then I kind of brought everything back to where it needed to be. So, not too bad, I don't think. Let's do another 6. And let's see if we can still hit in the same area. So again, I'm gonna go high ready. Pull that one. Pull those last 2. So this is what we're looking like. That one was my last one, and that was the second to the last one. So that's what it looks like at 7 yards. Not too bad, especially using iron sights. Iron sights is a challenge within itself. Like you really gotta just put that front sight in the middle of the rear sights, and then pull the trigger. And that's kind of difficult for some people. I know it was for me starting out as a shooter, but I'm getting the hang of it. Still not where I want to be, but I'm practicing and making sure I can become better. All right, so this time I'm going to load up, holster, and now I'm going to use the shot timer. And I'm just gonna shoot 1 shot in my new target. And we're just gonna look at our time and see how we're doing. That one was right outside the box. And that was 2.48. Inside box at 2.32. I struggle getting my grip on the firearm. But again, this is why you have to come out here and work. So you know where you're struggling at. But also, like today, I'm trying to figure out, is this something I can EDC? And so far, I think it is. Obviously, the comparison to this and my Glock 43X is like a huge gap because I'm more comfortable with my 43X. But again, this is why you come out here and you figure out what works for you and what doesn't. So that one was 2.59. I don't know if I told y'all that or not. All right, so here we go. Right there in the middle, that was inside. That was 2.41. That was right on the line. I am sweating. That one was right on the line as well. So that tells me I am shooting right, so I need to straighten up something. And I don't think I'm doing a good job of lining up my iron sight. So I'm going to put my focus on that piece. That was 2.42. That one was also on the line. All right, that was straightening up. That was in the middle. I don't know if that was in the inside or on the line. I don't know. That was right outside, but I also flinched trying to get my iron sights right where they need to be. And I think on these last few shots, which is 2, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on lining up my iron sights like they're supposed to be and make sure I can hit in the middle. That one was 2.74. There we go. I took my time, which is why it's 2.64, but ultimately, that's what you got to do. You got to slow it down first, and then you got to speed it up. That's the way to end it. That's the way to end it. Let me take y'all over so y'all can see what was done here. Okay, so I had 3 outside of the box and 2 or 3 right on the line. So out of 12 shots, I think that's 12, 3, 6, 9. 1 went not on the paper, I guess. But that's what it looks like at 7 yards, drawn from the holster on a timer. So again, just to reiterate, the Taurus G3C is a very great shoot. It feels good in the hand. It is small and compact. It does not have a red dot, which is kind of a disadvantage if you are a red dot shooter, which I am. It does come with 3 12-round mags, which is a plus because the Glock 43X only comes with 2 10-round mags. I think, yeah, 2 10-round mags. You can do aftermarket mags, but I'm just a firm believer in not really touching much of my EDC weapon. Like, I need that thing to be as stock as possible so that I have no malfunctions, because I mean, when manufacturers make these guns, they're saying that they're reliable, they're gonna work just as is, you ain't gotta do nothing to them. And so that's what my belief is when it comes to EDC. Now, my fun guns, you know, I'm just trying to do whatever to those just to make them shoot flatter, lighter, look more appealing. So with the Taurus, I do think out of the box, it is a really good shoot. I think that the price point is also great on them. I think now you can get these G3Cs anywhere from like mid 2s. I think max you're gonna pay for a G3C is like $300. So it's a perfect gun for a beginning shooter, but I also think it's a perfect gun for a shooter who is saying, like, I want to EDC something. I want to carry this gun everywhere that I go. And I honestly think this is a perfect option for anybody who wants to do that. And not just a beginner, I think anybody who wants to have a subcompact firearm with 12 rounds, 3 mags, has a safety if that's your preference, and it's reliable. I have not had a malfunction with this gun ever since I got it. I cannot recall any time that I've shot this gun and it has failed me. So that's a plus in itself. So what I want to do now is shoot some more steel, and then we'll wrap this video up, and you let me know your thoughts about what you saw today. And is this something that you would do? So let's load up some more mags and start shooting. All right, so I'm loaded up. What I want to do is come back to these 2 steel targets that I was at, and I want to do, for time, I want to do as fast as I can 2 shots on this target and 2 shots on that target. Just having a little fun, just drawing from the holster and just kind of challenging myself to be accurate, to line up my iron sights, to take my time so that I'm not missing and not really worried about time per se. And see what happens. Make sure I'm loaded up. At 4.65 was my time. Let's go again. That target, I can't really hear it go off, but I do think I missed that last one. Let's see. I had 4 shots, but I think I missed that last one. Right, again. I think I hit it the last time. It's just very faint, and that one was 3.65. All right, we'll load it back up, and we're going again. See if we can beat the 3.65. But it doesn't matter, I missed it. .48 made them that time. I think I got 4 more rounds. Here we go. That was 3.51. All right. I got 1 more mag that I'm gonna use for this drill, and then we'll wrap up. I'm trying to beat 3.65, which I think I did a minute ago. It was like 3.49 or something. Crazy. That was the one I was trying to beat. Exactly 3.65. last one right here. All right. So, let me know. What y'all think? What y'all think about the Taurus G3C? What do you recommend? If someone wants to carry the Taurus G3C as an EDC, what do you recommend? This is what I recommend. I recommend that if this is something you want to do, something you want to carry, like anything, I think you should get out and train with it. It don't matter what gun you have. I don't know why people get all upset, or not upset, but like they start judging people for what they carry. I think at the end of the day, if you get popped with a bullet, you get popped. It don't matter what gun it is. And half the time it don't matter what caliber it is. Like if you get popped, you just get popped. And I'm curious to know why people judge other people on what they carry. So Taurus gets a lot of flack because it's Taurus, it's a budget option. Canic gets the same thing. It's Canic, it's a budget option. And ultimately it does come down to reliability. But I think if you're out training with your desired firearm, then you have a higher chance of it protecting you and you being able to defend yourself and your loved ones because you have put in the work to train with that firearm and make sure you are comfortable with the features and the aesthetics and everything on the gun so that it serves its right purpose in your life. So that's what it comes down to it for me. Would I carry the Taurus G3C as an everyday carry? I absolutely would. But I choose not to because in my opinion, there was a better fit for me when it came to the Glock 43X. And I'll have a video coming as to why I chose the Glock 43X and my EDC setup and all that good stuff. But just figure out what works for you. Figure out ultimately what you can carry, what fits good in your hand, what caliber works best for you, what you train with the best, and then carry it. And then don't listen to what everybody else got to say about what you carry. Again, it's a bullet. I've seen this a lot. Nobody's gonna stop after they've gotten shot and say, did you just shoot me with a Glock? Or did you just shoot me with a Taurus? Like, they're not gonna ask you that. A bullet is just gonna be a bullet, guys. So let me know what you think down in the comment section. If you do carry a Taurus G3C or Taurus, period, let me know why you carry it. And then let me know what your setup is. I do have the very basic setup. I didn't add anything to it. It's right out of the box. No optic cut, nothing like that. But I do understand that people, mod their guns the way they want to. And if that's you, let me know in the comment section what you've done to your G3C or your Taurus. And if you don't carry a Taurus, let me know what you carry. Popular options I know are out there, but I'm eager to see what the rest of you out there carry as your EDC. So until next time, guys, remember, stay armed, stay safe, stay vigilant. Peace.